This is your boy Hound Dog Buck 50. And on this episode, let's talk. I'm going to talk about 10 ways for you fellas to know if a woman is interested. So join me while we get into that. On Let's Talk. It's your boy Hound Dog Buck 50. On this one, like I said before, I'm discussing 10 ways to know if a woman is interested in you. Um, there could be a lot more ways than just what I'm covering, but I like to give you my point of view from my personal experience. And now one of the ones you got to look for, if a woman is spending money on you, you know, and it could be, it doesn't matter how. It could be something as simple as buying you a drink at the bar, or even if they go on lunch and they offer to buy you something. This is the thing you got to understand. Um, Sometimes, as men, when women are doing things, we're not sure if that's just their nature or if it's us. But the thing with a woman is they don't do things for everybody. Uh, so a woman's not going to buy a drink for everybody. So so when a woman does stuff like that, the same way us as men, we're not going to do things for every woman. And if we see a woman that's attractive, we may do something extra. Oh, women will do the same thing. Now another one is they have all eyes on you whenever you got something to say. What I mean by that is if it's a situation, a common type of situation where you run into this person often, like work or whatever, and if somebody's asking you something, not necessarily them, it could be a topic of discussion of whatever, and as soon as you talk, they're all eyes on you. They're interested because what you're saying matters to them. That's just how much they're focusing because you matter. Now somebody else say something, another dude say something, they could care less, but they want to know what you got to say. Now, the body language, that's one of the more common ones. Um, Body language is something you always got to look out for. Because the thing about women is they are not going to put themselves in that space or allow you to get in their space if they don't look at you a certain type of way. Trust me, even when a woman hugs you, they got a way of hugging you from in a way, if they're not interested, to kind of let you know that with their body language. If they're always looking for an excuse to touch you, lean on you, um, these are things you got to look for. It's not an accident. I don't care if it's a fire blaze. If a woman's leaned over and her breast on your shoulder, I don't care if it's burning down the house. She knows what she's doing by propping herself on you like that. They don't do that with everybody. Not everybody gets in that immediate area. So you always got to look for the body language. The next one, private life. When a woman voluntarily gives you information like, oh, I'm going to school, or I go to church here, and things that like you didn't even ask her for this, and she's telling you. Um, you know, you got to look out for that. Even if she's telling you stuff that you wouldn't think is a sign sometimes, like her boyfriend or whatever. Sometimes they're doing that to see if they can get a rise out of you. Because if they say that, maybe you'll say like, "Oh, you happy with him?" or "That's messed up. I wish you could have been my girlfriend." They do things to try to set up the script. Trust me, it's not an accident. Now, next one is they will try to have things in common with you. Um, like you might be saying something about um, a certain type of movie, and they might say, "Oh, I love horror flicks too," or you talking about music. Oh, are you listening to music? Oh, I love Chris Brown too. They're trying to show you that they can be that female that you can look at as somebody like, I can get down with you. Now, the next one is when they tell you about other men that they rejected or just other men that they don't think that highly of. Um, those are, I'm a little older now, so once you get older, I would hope, you just become more seasoned, and it's just, everything sort of becomes a rerun, so you get it now. But that one's tricky because sometimes if you're a little younger and you might be sizing that young lady up and she start telling you about how she shot some other dude down, a younger dude may start thinking like, "No, I'm not going to holler because if you did that to him, you ain't going to do that to me." But what you got to remember is, if she's telling you that about him, that means she doesn't look at you the way she looks at him. Even if you're an older guy and and you're older than this chick, let's just say she's, I don't know, 35, you 50 years old or something, and she's telling you about another 50-year-old, and she's telling you, that his old ass tried to holler at me, da da da. Even though you're 50, she doesn't look at you like she looks at that dude, because she wouldn't be telling you. So that means she has you in a different category. So when women are telling you about the men they've rejected, it's not by accident. They're telling you because they don't look at you that way. The boat will pass you, but don't let it pass you because I'm giving you game. Now the next one is the eye contact. The eye contact, it varies. Sometimes a woman will give you a real good stare down. Other times, it'll be brief. And that's why those are the ones you gotta catch, because you can be somewhere in a store and a woman just say hello, but their eyes catch you, and it's in the eyes. It's very brief, but their eyes have this thing where it's like, oh, okay, she liked what she saw. That, hello, keep going, but you gotta catch it. It's in the eyes. It's in the eyes. Trust me. Now, the next one is when you come around and they start fixing themselves up. When they start, putting lip gloss on, doing things to their hair. That right there is a sure sign, because they're very conscious of how they look around you, and they want to be on point when they're around you. So you gotta look out for that when they do that, when they're fixing themselves up, or and things of that nature. Now, one of the big ones that a lot of people dudes won't get is when they're asking you about your life. Like they're always asking you like, yo, John, you got a girlfriend? Or what did you do this weekend, John? How old are you? And it seems like they're hard pressed to want to know these things. What you do? You got kids? When they want to, they don't want to know that information about every dude. So when they're asking you those things, trust me, it may come off as annoying, but don't take it as them, being annoying. They like you, and they're trying to find out who you are, what makes you tick. Now, I'm gonna wrap this up. One of the biggest ones that you got to look for is the female that goes out of the way to ignore you. She almost ignores you to the point where you think, yo, man, I think she got something against me. Trust me, those be the main ones that be liking you. Because they like you so much, they feel like if they do anything, towards you, it's going to look like they sweating you. So they go over the top to make it seem like they don't see you. Not to mention, because they like you, you're in their head. It's a mind thing now. So they're looking at the other females observing you. And trust me, she's hearing things that you don't hear the other females say. So she's already like, yeah, I'm not going to be on it like that. I'm not going to boost his head up. So they go in the reverse. And almost like, I'm going to bring him down to earth or whatever. And those be the main ones. Those be the main ones that sometimes they want you more than the ones that's more friendlier to you. So it just is what it is. But like I said before, when you talk about women and signs, you can go on and on. So my 10 is not to say that that's the only 10. And besides, I wouldn't want to give you the whole, scoop in one blog. But I think for the younger dudes out there in the field, those 10 is solid information that you can take with you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave comments. Let me know how you feel, man. Keep pushing, and don't forget, as always, peace, love, and whatever else you think of love.